Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome here for the first time if you've never been here before. Today we're going to be going over my January wrap up of the no buy year. So we are here as promised. The first thing I'm going to do is give a little 60-second or less disclaimer. My percentages are gonna look the way they're gonna look because my rent is not the normal rent that you would see in New York City, and that has given me the opportunity to aggressively save and invest for my future, which is living on a homestead with Ray in New Zealand. So I'm extremely lucky and privileged to be in this situation, and I acknowledge that, but I just wanted to let people know that that is my situation, so that that's kind of like established. Although this month, the small disclaimer is I had to pay a huge fee to my union in order to join. So the percentages are gonna look very different this month versus next month, and I'm interested to see how that looks. So we'll find out together. So anyways, with that little tiny disclaimer out of the way, let's get into sharing my percentage breakdown. Again, like I said, the anomaly that I have this month is that I had to pay my union fee, and then also that I spent money for a hotel. So usually like the travel expenses category hopefully won't be prevalent, but this time it is, because I am going on a vacation in March, and I bought my plane tickets with vouchers and points mostly last year because I had some vouchers that were about to expire, and I was like, I'm not gonna let $100-something worth of plane ticket money expire. Like, that's not gonna happen. So I was like, let's just go somewhere that's not super expensive so I don't have to pay that much out of pocket. And then we ended up finding a really good deal on a hotel, so we paid for that this month, which is why that is also there. But anyways, let's get to the percentages. Okay, so here is the percentage breakdown. This is my pie chart for the month, and let me read off the actual percentages. I have it on my phone, hold on. So percentages are 37.9% for bills. So again, this includes all of my rent and bills and the union fee. I have 19.1% in savings / investment, 17.5% in debt repayment, 12.6% for groceries, 3.5% for pet expenses, which is basically just dog food, random whatever other stuff like treats or dental sticks. Sorry about the beeping. There's nothing, sorry. 3% for travel expenses, which was the hotel room. 2.8% for transportation, which was the MTA. 2.3% for eating out. I went out to eat 6 times this month. 0.8% for donations, and 0.4% for health and fitness related expenses, which is basically just if I take a workout class, or if for some reason if I join a gym or whatever, that's gonna be in that category as well. So yeah. I was also gonna show you like the pixels thing that I had in my my bullet journal, but I decided that I would just show you a little graph of green light versus yellow light versus red light purchases. Didn't make any red light purchases this month, which is great, but I did make a couple of yellow light because technically I'm allowing myself to eat out, but it's on my yellow list. So really only do it if it's like absolutely necessary. Like if I'm out at work and I'm there all day and I didn't have time the day before, I didn't have the appropriate groceries or whatever to make myself something, then that would be the reason why I would go out and eat something, because I'm not gonna deprive myself of food just because I planned poorly the day before. So here's my little pie chart graph thing for the purchases of this month in terms of green light versus yellow light. So some of my reflections. Let's see. One thing is for sure, I need to figure out a better system for groceries and dog food. I will say in regards to the pie chart, it might be slightly off because I only started counting his dog food separate from groceries like partway through the month, and I tried to go back and think about the days that I bought his dog food and then try to like subtract that out of the groceries and whatever, but I was only successful up to a certain point, so it might be like slightly inaccurate, but it's fine. Just trying to figure that out, and also maybe meal prepping or meal planning a little bit better, because I feel like we always have food, but we also never have food at the same time, if you know what I mean. But it's also like, especially in New York City, like the expense of groceries is like so insane. Like food is really expensive here, so even if you feel like you've spent $1 million on groceries, you still don't have enough food because the food is just so incredibly expensive to purchase here. So that's a thing. But there's only so much I can do about that, really. But anyways, I would like to see where I can shave that percentage down a little bit, but again, that'll just take a bit more prepping and planning that I haven't had the time or energy to do yet. So maybe that can be like a vague goal for February or March. Also, speaking of budgeting and such, writing down all of my purchases for the month was super, first of all, humbling, and second of all, it was super out of my comfort zone. So I don't know how many of you guys like actually wrote down like every single purchase that you make to do the pie chart or whatever. I know in the Discord server on February 1st, we all shared our pie charts for the month. We called it a little pie party, and we were all sharing our like percentages and stuff. So clearly a lot of us are doing a pretty good job keeping like a strict budget or writing down all of our expenses or whatever. But it's something that I've never done before personally, like manually at least. Hated doing it. It was like pulling teeth every time. I had to spend like an hour or so submitting some of the stuff for the last couple of days of the month, because as you'll see in the latter half of this video, I basically like fell off the wagon for like the last literal week of the month, and I was like not giving updates in video form and I wasn't writing down my purchases. So yeah, it was rough. But I think because there was less purchases that I was making, it felt more doable. If it was in the thick of my shopping addiction, obviously I probably wouldn't have done it because I was in the thick of my shopping addiction, but it would have been so much more overwhelming, and also I probably would have caught myself making those ridiculous purchases a lot sooner had I been budgeting before. So it's one of those things that's like really helpful and useful, but also really annoying and like hard for me to do. Like it really physically is like a challenge for me to write all this stuff down and do it, because I hate numbers, I hate math, like I hate doing all that logistical stuff. I love logistics and I love paperwork and stuff, but when it comes to like crunching numbers, that's just not my jam personally. So this has been the part of the challenge that has been the most eye-opening for me, perhaps. I think the last reflection that I have about the month is definitely that I was definitely hyperfixating. I wasn't necessarily expecting to do that, because silly me, I was kind of expecting, because of my low buy that I did last year, unintentionally. I know I keep saying that, but like I didn't really realize that I was officially doing a low buy last year, because it was just like I was trying not to bring more things into my apartment, but I still obviously did, because I'm still a recovering shopaholic and I didn't have super strict rules. I kind of just had like a vague 1 in 1 out rule that I didn't really follow perfectly. So I definitely still bought things, and probably a few too many things if I'm being completely honest. But I really had thought that I'd gotten over the worst of my shopping addiction, which generally speaking I have, but it's definitely still there, lurking. As you will see in a moment, and as you have seen in some of the videos if you've been keeping up with me this month in my vlogs, I was hyperfixating on the Kindle case thing and the Kindle ads thing. You'll see it more in these clips in a second, but I was obsessing over the fact that I only had to pay like $27 to fix the like annoying incessant thoughts that were going on in my head, because it was $20 to get rid of the ads on my Kindle and like $7 to buy a new case. But then I was like realizing that if I spend $27 fixing this stupid problem, where does it end? Like that's the whole point of this challenge. $27 1 week, and then 2 weeks later something else comes up and it's only 15, like only 27, only 15, only 30. That adds up. By the end of the year, it's hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And I'm honestly interested to see how many only this amount purchases that I made last year that have ended up costing me, I have no idea how much. Like the reason why I was still in credit card debt all year, even though for the first 6 months, to be fair, I did not make that much money. I was working like 3 or 4 different jobs at the time, and I wasn't getting paid at all for YouTube. So I was spreading myself really thin, kind of putting in a bit more time and energy into YouTube than, not that I should have, because I don't regret it, but at the same time, like I knew I wasn't getting paid for it, but I was like, I need to put the time and effort into this that I do eventually get paid for it. Anyways, my other actual money-making things were falling to the wayside a little bit, and because I was doing my kind of more freelance vibe at the beginning of last year, I definitely was not making that much money. Second half of the year, I got a better job. I started getting paid on YouTube, so it kind of like went up, but guess what? My credit card debt stayed the exact same. Literally stayed the exact same, did not change. So that was kind of alarming to me. I was very confused, but then obviously if I look back at my purchases, it's not that confusing. It's very fucking obvious why that is happening. That's why I decided to do the no buy year. Anyways, I feel like if you give your obsessions and your urges a little bit of time to breathe, then you either stop caring about it, stop hyperfixating on it, find a free solution, or ask around and get like a trade or a borrow or some kind of solution that you don't have to spend money on. Like, the universe will give to you what you have been asking for. And I'll just let January Grace tell you all of her thoughts and feelings throughout the rest of the month. So the next part of this video is just going to be clips of me throughout the month, sharing my thoughts, feelings, and what I had been spending my money on that day. It's a little sporadic, which it probably will be throughout the rest of this year, but I feel like having a handful of clips is better than having none. So hopefully these little snippets of my month are helpful and interesting to you. So enjoy that. Hello guys, I just came up with this idea at work, so I was just like, whatever, let's film. On the first day of this month, I basically realized that last year because of my minimalism, I basically did a low buy year. So I already did a low buy year last year, so this year's a no buy year. So I was like, okay, practice, fine. And then on the 1st, I realized that it was a leap year, so we're doing it for 366 days this year instead of 365, which is just kind of funny. Yesterday, on the 2nd, I realized, well, I didn't realize, I guess I just had the thought and feeling that I hated all of my clothes, so that's fun. I'm sure I'll get over it. And today, I'm just feeling really anxious for some reason. I don't know if it's just because I'm like doing a lot of work at the theater right now and I'm super tired, and like I've had like 3 days off since Christmas Eve. Sorry, all the machines are still going. So I'm really tired, and I've been working on this stuff like nonstop, so I just need to find a better situation to bring down my stress. And then immediately I was like, maybe I should declutter. And then I was chatting with some of you guys in the Discord, and I was like, oh my gosh, someone brought up the fact that like they were only decluttering because they were feeling like they needed to control something, and I was like, definitely that is me right now, so I need to just calm down. Take a deep breath. But anyways, that's all the thoughts I've been having on the 3 days that this challenge has started. So hopefully it gets better. Okay, day 5. Nothing to update on day 4. Nothing significant happened. I spent money to go to work, and then I came home, and that was it. Today, the trains were so messed up, and I was this close to calling an Uber, but I didn't want to spend $30, and I was like, you know what? I don't care if I'm a little bit late to work. It's fine. No one's gonna freak out. I was doing the shoe call. It was really chill and everything was okay. But then they asked me to stay to do the show as well, to do one of the tracks that I know because I'm a swing. And I had to buy myself lunch because I was literally there all day. Like, I was there from 10:30 in the morning to 10:30 at night. So I had to buy myself lunch or dinner, because I kind of packed myself like a light snacky lunch because I thought I was only gonna be there till 5. But anyways, I ended up staying till 10:30. I'm super tired, and I ended up spending money on a dinner. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, I'm probably gonna have to end up spending money on lunch tomorrow and Sunday, but I don't really know. When you have like 3 11-hour days in a row, it's difficult. So I'm not gonna hold myself to an impossible standard, but I'm gonna try tomorrow to see if I can bring myself a lunch, but if not, definitely Sunday. But anyways, that's the update for day 5. Day 6 update. What happened today? I went to work and I did buy lunch because I literally went to bed at midnight last night and woke up at 6:30 a.m. or something to take a shower and make myself breakfast, but I didn't have the chance to make myself lunch, so I did buy lunch, which was unfortunate, but it is what it is. Then I came home, made a crap ton of soup, and that's gonna be my lunch tomorrow. So we're making progress, guys. We're doing it. I haven't had a day off in like 3 weeks. I'm so tired. Anyways, good morning. Hi, it's day 8 The only thing I spent money on yesterday was the MTA to and from work. This is my first day off in, I honestly want to say a month, since I've actually just like sat down and rested and not done anything, because every single day for the past month I've either been working at the theater or working on YouTube stuff, or like spending the entire day with my family, or like cooking Christmas dinner or whatever, and my body is feeling it. My body is shutting down. So I'm not gonna be spending any money today. Although that's not necessarily the point of a no buy. It's not to like spend $0. That would be a no spend. I've had to make purchases for random things like every day. Also, sorry if you can hear my radiator. It's just like hissing out steam right now, basically. The wind is blowing outside, but anyways, it's it's day 8, right? Hey, what day is it?
It's Tuesday, January 9th, 2024.
Just kidding, it's day 9, and I did not spend any money yesterday, but today, wow, it is really gusting out there. I just purchased the hotel for a trip that me and my best friend are taking in March. But it was a really, 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 really good deal. And I already paid for the flights last year. So really nice, good budget vacation. Like I said, my no buy travel is in the yellow list. So as long as we're being smart about it and budgeting and not doing crazy stuff, and I'm not buying any new things or souvenirs or anything, then it's all in the rules. So I'm excited. It's gonna be super fun. Okay guys, it is day 12. I just finished filming my journal video. I've been on Pinterest working on my vision board, and I've been watching YouTube and stuff, and basically I definitely am feeling the urge to buy stuff. I'm feeling the urge to buy cute little aesthetic things. I think it sometimes is really hard, especially when you're following people that are like super deep still in the consumerist lifestyle. I know that it's not like fully realistic to just like cut yourself off from it, because then you would literally be a hermit, because we literally live in a capitalist society. But I don't know, it's like hard. It's hard to find creators that like also share the kind of same values as I do, in terms of like not wanting to buy a lot of stuff and blah blah blah. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to like be real and say, I don't know, I don't even remember what the updates for the other days. Basically, I've just been buying fucking groceries every other day. That is the life of someone with ADHD. I can't remember everything that is supposed to go on my grocery list, so I end up making a trip to the grocery store, I shit you not, every other day. And you know what? That's fine. I really don't care. I don't have to have days where I buy $0 worth of things. I don't need to have a fully 100% no spend day. I know that I'm spending my money wisely, and groceries are just one of those things that is low-key my kryptonite. Anyways, back to the point that I was making. I'm feeling the urge to buy cute little, like, this is something that I actually really wanted to buy right before the challenge started. I wanted to buy like a new Kindle cover. Like I wanted a clear case with like a little pop socket and like stickers and stuff. Like I want that so bad right now, and I don't know why, because I have this case, and what am I supposed to do with that case when I get the new one? What am I supposed to do with it? I've had it since October, and then I'm just supposed to have 2 cases? Like that's stupid. Anyways, that's the thing. I need to just talk myself out of these purchases. I feel like there was something else that I had the urge to buy earlier, but I've already forgotten what it is. So if that doesn't tell you like that I just need some dopamine or something right now, I feel like I have too many projects going on at the same time. If I like finish a project and like have some closure on some certain things, maybe I will feel less like my brain is going to explode. So I'm probably gonna take some time and organize and create like a list of things that I need to do on like an admin day, which needs to happen really soon, or else my brain is actually gonna explode all over the walls. And then I'll probably take you guys along with me on like a little admin day vlog. That's just me thinking out loud. So that's what I need to do for sure. The way that things are just flying around in my head with so much stuff incomplete is like actually starting to drive me a little bit crazy, but that's not really the point of this video. All I know is that I'm feeling the urge to control something, and that is coming out in me wanting to buy cute little things that I don't need. So I'm gonna try to like go grocery shopping for the 7 millionth time this year already, make my dog's dog food, and paint my nails, and then hopefully that will help, you know, subside the urges. Okay, It's day 13. I just like all day had the desire to buy things. Like I just wanted aesthetic things. I wanted to like redo everything in my house or apartment. I wanted to buy new mugs. I wanted to buy just like all new random things. And then I was like, okay, I don't know exactly where it's coming from, but I do know that me buying a bunch of random things right now, just because I feel like I want to change my aesthetic, is not going to help me figure out what my aesthetic actually is. So maybe I can spend this year creating a small list of things that I want to replace next year. And then I will have the entire year to figure out what my aesthetic is. And then it'll be so much more satisfying replacing those few things instead of, you know, obviously buying a bunch of random things that I'm not allowed to buy anyway. So anyways, that's what went on today in my brain. Good morning. It's day 16 and I forgot to update the past few days, I think, maybe. I don't know. Anyways, I've been having feelings of just typical, I want to reinvent myself, you know, can't buy anything, so naturally the thing that you want to do is buy everything and rebuy everything that you own, so that's fun. Yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of having this weird like crisis right now where for my wardrobe and stuff, like I probably should have spent a little bit more time last year working to curate stuff, but I was so like in the mind of like, ooh, minimalism, and also I was like kind of broke last year, so I didn't really have the money. Still kind of dumb, definitely still in debt. Anyways, I want to spend the entire year working on curating like my personal style, like for real, so that I'm not just wearing like random college sweatshirts and jeans to work every other day. Like, I don't know if you guys consistently watch my videos, but I feel like recently at least, most of the time I'm wearing my Cal Poly sweatshirt, my green hoodie. So, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, so I feel kind of bored. I feel kind of bored with the clothes that I have. I definitely want to see if I can dye the stuff soon, but I also have a couple of things that I need to like sew and repair. So I'd love to like, you know, do that just to make myself feel something probably. So that's really the goal here. Where was I going with this? Everything else, what have I bought? I did go to Chipotle last night. That is something that did happen. I also made a donation and I'm going grocery shopping again today. So, you know, the groceries continue. I'm probably gonna have to figure out some sort of a meal prepping, meal plan sort of thing, because I have been tracking every time that I get groceries, and it's almost every day. Like it's literally almost every other day. It's insane. It's literally insane. So that's maybe a goal for February, because I don't have the brain power to deal with that right now. I don't know if I already did an update today for the 16th, but groceries. Dude. Oh my gosh, I need to like figure something out because I'm literally going to the grocery store every other day. I just feel so overwhelmed right now, like I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know what to say, that's it. Day 17, I think I only spent money, I think I only spent money on the MTA today, so that's nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still feeling the urge to buy Kindle stuff because I've been using it so much, and I also have the urge to buy the ad-free version. I think you pay like $20 or something to get the ad-free unlocked Kindle version, whatever, and then it shows like the title of your book instead, which is like so unnecessary. Like I don't need that. That's basically just aesthetic. Same with buying like a clear case so I could put stickers in the back of this. I think the thing that I just didn't realize was that, I mean, obviously I got the green one on purpose, but it's like a light sage green with this like reddish orange case, which on the sides with the green peeking through, it doesn't look so great, but whatever. Again, it's all about, it's just the aesthetics. Like I'm just being vain right now. And the ads aren't really bothering me because it's not like I'm gonna buy any of these books based on the ads. Like they're not tempting to me in any slight way even. So it's just annoying. It's just annoying because I know that this like problem and this feeling could be solved by spending like $20-$30, but is it necessary? No. And am I gonna do it? No. Is it probably gonna annoy me for a while? Yeah, probably will. But that's the point of this year, to be like, girl, you don't need to buy this, so why do you feel like you need to spend your money on it? Okay, anyways, those are my thoughts for today. Didn't spend any money today because I just stayed home and did chores basically, but I was just thinking about how in the past I would have spent the money if it was something as trivial as, yes, I'm still on it, the Kindle case and the whatever for the Kindle. It was like, what, $27? But that adds up. It adds up a lot at the end of the day. Whether or not I think I feel, you know, financially comfortable to do that, my debt was still not going down. I was making money enough that my debt should have been going down, at least last year when I was doing a low buy for my minimalism, and it wasn't. It was staying the same. So those were just some of the thoughts that I had today. I feel like I haven't done an update for a few days maybe, but things have happened. Things have happened. It's the 22nd, and the past couple of days, what did I do? I had to buy lunch because I was at work all day, and I didn't make myself food the day before because we're running low on groceries, and I'm trying to not buy groceries until it's like necessary to do so because the first half of this month has been rough to say the least. And then if you watched my last week's video or 2 weeks ago video for you now, where I'm decluttering, it's literally called, I just uploaded it 5 seconds ago, Let's Hang Out While We Declutter and Overcome the Urge to Buy Things. I talk about how I got the Kindle ads taken off for free. So if you want to watch that video, do it. Yeah, that was pretty much the biggest thing. You guys have heard me talking about Kindle the whole freaking time, complaining about it. Guess what? I saved myself $20 by waiting and having patience, and it feels great. So didn't spend any money today, which also feels great. Anyways, that's the update. It's day 23, and you know what's so insane? I'm not like a super woo-woo person, nor am I particularly religious, but you know how I kept saying $27 would just solve all my problems, $27, blah, blah, blah. Kept saying $27 because technically if I wanted to buy a clear case on Amazon, it would be $7. And then $20 more to Amazon also to get the ads off my Kindle. But if you watched my video, then you would know that I got my Kindle ad-free for free. So I saved $20, and my best friend just watched my video and she was like, I'll buy you a clear case for a belated Christmas present because I was gonna get you Kindle Unlimited. Sorry, the floor is super creaky right there. She was like, I was gonna get you Kindle Unlimited, but then you're like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't spend more money to Amazon, which we should not. Anyways, I get home, I pick up my mail, and wouldn't you know, my freaking bank that I closed the account 3 years ago just sent me a check for $27. The bank account that I closed 3 years ago, the credit card, I don't know why, they sent me an email and it was like, I thought it was a bill for $27, and I was like, hello, I haven't used this account for like 3 years. I don't know what's going on. Apparently it was a credit, so I just got a check in the mail for $27. That's so crazy to me. Like super weird, random, bizarre, really trippy. Anyways, just wanted to share that with you guys because I thought it was too weird. Like it's literally so crazy. Anyways, that's all. I'll give you another update soon. We're almost at the end of the month though. What the heck? Hey y'all, it's day 24 update, and you know when you're chasing the dopamine so hard that you just rearrange your entire living room? Yeah, because same. That's basically what happened today. Chasing that dopamine wherever I can get it. Anyways, that's the update for today. All right, thank you, January Grace. We are back. Please let me know in the comments if that was helpful for you watching those clips, because I'm still kind of figuring out the format of this video, the little wrap-up video, and I feel like that's kind of like a good way to go, like give you the percentage breakdown, some of my reflections, all of my thoughts throughout the month, and then right now I'm gonna tell you about my overall takeaways for the month. I feel like it's a good format, so hopefully you agree. Let me know in the comments, as always. My overall takeaways for the month. Like I said before, give it time, and usually a free solution will fall into your lap, or you'll just stop obsessing about it because it's usually just a need for dopamine. This was a huge theme within the Discord community as well. A lot of people throughout the month were saying how they really wanted to buy something and then they just waited a week, and then someone at their job or someone in their family offered them that thing for free, or they asked around and someone gave it to them. It was like so cool how many times this was happening throughout this month in our community. So give it time, don't worry about it. Another takeaway that I had this month was that I didn't realize that my problem was still as bad as it was, because I was truly obsessing about buying an entire new wardrobe, getting a new Kindle case. Like, I just wanted something, which is why I redesigned my entire living room and changed up a bunch of things. Like, I just needed that dopamine. So definitely having those fallbacks are good. Having your books, having your crafts, having your hobbies, using through the stuff that you already have, rearranging the stuff that you already have, free fun activities that will give your brain what you want without spending money. Another takeaway, again, kind of launching off the last point that I just made, the fact that I was obsessing over a single thing for over a week, and then my brain just found other random things to obsess about. I'm not surprised, but I'm also slightly alarmed at the same time. The fact that I would have immediately just solved that problem by buying something and spending the money on it is alarming to me, because I was like, this is such a small thing that I probably would have just been like, oh, this is fine. It's a super easy fix. But I fixed the problem for free because I just waited a week. I asked Akash and he took the ads off my Kindle. And my best friend saw the video, Bestie Kelly. Shout out to Bestie Kelly, we love you, on this channel over here. She ended up being like, I'll take the case and I will buy you a clear one as a belated Christmas present. So for me, that's fine because it's a one in, one out. By the time that my birthday and Christmas come around in November/December, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of rethinking. Someone else in the Discord was mentioning this. They were kind of deciding whether or not they wanted to get more things in, because their whole thing was that they didn't want to bring any physical items into their house, which is kind of what lines up with my values this year. So I will have to think about that. Or maybe I can do like replacement gifts, because there are a few things that definitely could be replaced in my life here. But at the same time, I'm moving in 5 years to a country where I'm not gonna be able to bring electronic gadgets. 2 of the things that I need to replace are electronic kitchen things, and then a couple of other random things are just like things that I want or things that I whatever. Stay tuned with that. We have a long ways to go. My birthday's not even until November, so that's just like preemptive thinking over here. And then my last takeaway, I think, is my alarming need for uniformity and aesthetics. I didn't realize that it was that bad until on literally the second or third day of the challenge. I was like, I need to buy a whole new wardrobe. I hate all my clothes. I hate my whole closet. It's not what I want. These are just the scraps, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if it was just scarcity mindset talking, because I have a far reduced wardrobe than I did a year ago, or if it's just because I haven't found all my like perfect pieces yet, and I don't have my ideal capsule wardrobe yet. But there's time, baby girl, there is time to figure it out. And I think that's what I'm gonna do this year, my little side project. But again, I'll talk more about that later, probably in a whole video about my wardrobe. So yeah, I definitely have some more things to think about, ponder on, reflect about, but I think that's the main points of this month. Hopefully this video was helpful to you. Hopefully you liked the format of it. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings, how your month went. What were some interesting and surprising things that you learned this month? For me, I was not expecting to be obsessing over the same thing for a full week and like wanting to throw out my entire wardrobe. I think it's just you're thrashing because you are forcing yourself not to buy anything, so you just want to buy things, at least for those of us who are recovering shopaholics. So yeah, comment down below what was the most surprising thing that you've realized this month. I'm excited to keep going. 1 month down, 11 or more to go. Who knows how long this challenge is gonna go on. Truly don't foresee myself doing a no buy for the rest of my life, but I do feel like I'm going to have a, you know, a low buy life going forward from this, because I don't know if a full year is going to completely reset my brain and my shopping habits and my shopping addiction. Unfortunately, that's just the reality of people with ADHD and like a deficiency in dopamine. So that's another pill that I've had to swallow this month for sure. But you know, it is what it is. We're just gonna do the best we can. So with that, I will see you in the next one. I am sending you all my love because we are all just trying our best out here. So anyways, bye.